everybody, this is Tina with Rehatch Designs, and I'm here with just a quick little video about something that you may want to add with your journals that you may be making for gifts. I know a lot of people out there do make their journals for gifts at Christmas time or all the time. And anyway, this is something that I'm adding to some journals that I'm making mainly for gifts. A couple of them I'll have for sale, but one of the things that I like to do right now, I have a retro journal that I'm finishing, and I'm actually making a few little golden book journals for some friends. And I like to do these little pens, and they're really easy to do. The pieces are not that expensive. You can get them on Amazon. You can get them on Temu. You can get them a lot of different places. And they're basically just a pen that you add beads to. And I don't know if everyone's familiar. I'm sure a lot of people have seen them. But I thought I would just show people how easy it is to do this and the different styles that you can do. Basically what you get is you get a bunch of pens. And I think on Temu, I don't know, it was like $5 or $6 for all these pens. I don't even know how much it was. It doesn't come with the beads. It just comes with the pens. You can get the pens different colors. They can have different ink or whatever. For the most part, that comes with ink already in there, and it's just a twisty top, just like any other pen would be. It also comes with extra little ink things. So I guess you could go ahead and include that, you know, with your pen, you know, so, but and it would just come apart just like any other pen, and you could put it in there. But in order to make these beads, it's really easy. You just unscrew this top part right here. It screws off. It's threaded. Okay. I don't know if you can see that. And let's say I have this retro Christmas one I'm making, and I bought just some really inexpensive little wooden beads, and I'm just gonna, let's see, put that on there, maybe put that on there. You can really put 4 beads. It depends on the size bead that you use as to how many you're going to put on there. And then all you do is you just twist it back on, and super easy. And you have to make sure you have enough on there to thread it. I'm sure this is. I just don't have it in there right. And then you can just, you know, have a pen to use. You just twist that open and whatever. You could put a little bit of glue on top if you want to, because the bottom part of the pen comes off to put the ink on. So if you wanted to make sure that it's going to stay on, you could just take a little bit of your 3-in-1 and maybe put a little of that on there. I've done that before just to make sure it doesn't come off. Just a tiny bit in there, or super glue or something like that. Just get it to go in there and let it set up, and that will keep it from coming undone or unscrewed or something. And as I said, you can refill the pen from the bottom, so you don't have to worry about or from this portion here. So anyway, that's one. You could also take like beads like this. These are a little bit you know, different, and get a completely different look. Let's see, get that undone again. You could take, for instance, I'm trying to space them to where they will be, the big ones on the bottom. This pearly looking bead. As long as a hole is big enough to go through here. Now see, that hole is not all of them are going to work. Let me try this one. This one for sure I think will work. Yeah, most of these bigger beads have big enough Let me try the pearl one. I like that better, I think. They're going to have big enough holes in them to go in there. And you can certainly put whatever kind you want, but let me try this gold one right here. Now these are going to, here, let me try a different one. I'm going to try a bigger one of these so it takes up more room. You just kind of have to play and see how many you can fit on there. So you could have just something like that, and that would make a completely different look. And I have a little space left in there, so let's say if I did that and I wanted to get rid of that space, then what I would do is I have little spacers that I could take and put them in there. Let's see, maybe we'll do the gold one. We can put a gold spacer in there. Or we could put a silver one or whatever we want to do, but that will take up that little gap there. Plus it'll make it look good. Do we still have space? Not really. I think we're good now. And then again, you just screw it on the top, and so then you have a completely different look than you had on the other one. And there's all different kind of spacers. You could have different colored ones like this. Like the one that I had, okay, I could have easily taken like some of these and then jazzed it up a little bit, you know. I don't know if that's glued on yet, no. Like I could have put these in there if I wanted to and just kind of played with that and then added, you know, I don't know. Do we want to put green? Let's see. Well, maybe we'll do this green. We'll do this green. This multicolor green. And that way, you know, you can just add extra little things to it, and it can be a completely different look than what you had, you know. And you're adding different beads to it, so I mean, the sky's the limit. I've got a little gap in there. I would probably add another little spacer bead in there. And of course they make them different sizes, so you could add just a little tiny small crystal bead if you wanted to. Let me see if this silver one will look good in there. It might look good. Let's see. Might look really good in there. It might not. We'll see. Could put that right there. Then put that right there. I hope we have enough to thread. I think we do. You have to have enough to put the top on when you get done. So yeah, I think we do. There we go. So anyway, we have that now. Okay. So that just took it to a different level, you know, or I could just take something simple and put it in between. It doesn't have to be fancy like that. We could have put one of these in there. There's just so many different things that you can do. You can also do like a more rustic type look. It doesn't have to be glamorous. Of course, these pens come in all different colors. They don't have to be. I just bought white because I figured that's neutral. But you could do, I've got these kind of glass beads. I don't know that this pen is really the right pen for that, but just to give you an idea, you could do that. And let's see what other colors I have. I've got green. That one doesn't fit. Let's see if this other green one does. On some of these beads, you know, they're going to be like not as I don't know how to explain it, not as even as the other one, so you'll have to, here, let me get that off. I'm trying to find a beige one or something to put in there. Now I want a smaller one, so we've got blue. see. Oh, here we go. Got this other blue one. Okay, so this is a completely different look. And like I said, they do come, you could get it in black, you could get it in any color you want, but it's just a fun thing that I think you could add for your journals and just make them look, you know, just fun and festive, and, you know, for the holidays. And they're very inexpensive, and the wooden beads were not expensive at all. And I'm sure that I got all of this stuff on sale, so. And I bet if you go through your stash, if you look at some of your old jewelry and stuff, it doesn't even have to be big beads like this either. You could use, like these are just some beads from the dollar store. You can use beads like that. These will fit on there because the holes are big enough. The holes are big enough that you can take these. Here, let me just try it and I'll show you. Quit rolling. So you could just take these beads, okay, and this is from the dollar store, guys, okay, so not a big expense there. And of course now these beads are not as big, but in the end, watch what happens. I probably need another, yeah, I'm gonna need another pearl. Get another pearl. And those are with just the pony beads, right? Okay, that has some kind of weird stuff all over it, so I gotta find a different one now. Okay, so that can make a completely different look with just really inexpensive beads that you get, you know, from the dollar store. You know, you don't have to have the big giant beads to make those. So, and I have like, yeah, different colored beads here too you could use. I mean, you don't have to use just those pearls, but I was just showing you these are just little cheap plastic beads that I added to that. So you know, there's just a lot of different things you can do, and it's very, very inexpensive, really. I think you could probably make them for, well, it depends on the beads you use, but you could make them for less than $1 each. So if you buy them, you know, if you buy the pens at a good price, and I did on Temu, so they do sell them on Amazon too, and they're pretty inexpensive there too. And of course, usually the more you buy, the cheaper it is per pen, but it's just a fun thing to add to your journals, I think. You know, just to kind of jazz them up and, you know, just do things a little differently. Okay, well, that's all I really had on this, and I just thought I would bring it up because I'm doing it, and so hopefully that helps people out. We'll see you again. Bye-bye.